What volume of carbon 2 oxide is produced by reacting excess carbon with 10 dm cube of oxygen? Solution. Before we proceed, I would like to remind us to subscribe to this channel and as well click on the notification bell so as to be notified as soon as new videos have been posted here. The question again says, what volume of carbon 2 oxide is produced by reacting excess carbon with 10 dm cube of oxygen? For any question that has to do with chemical reaction, the first thing to do is to write out the equation showing the reaction between the reactant and the product. Here now we have the reactants to be carbon and oxygen. So we have carbon reacting with oxygen to give carbon 2 oxide, that's CO. So now the next thing to do is to balance the chemical equation. We have 1 atoms of carbon present here and we have 1 here as well. For oxygen we have 2 here, but here we have 1. So to balance this we'll be adding 2 as a coefficient. So 2 is affecting each element present in this compound. So we have 2 atoms of carbon and that of oxygen. So for oxygen is balanced while carbon remains unbalanced. So to balance carbon now we'll be adding 2 here as well. So we now have 2 atoms of carbon present on both sides and we have 2 atoms of oxygen present on both sides. Let's proceed. Now to solve this kind of question, we'll be applying gay-lussac's law, which states that when gases combine, they do so in volume which are in simple ratios to one another and to the volume of the product. So here now, right now the ratio in which this combine, we have 2:1, and for the products we have 2 as well. That is, we can say 2 moles of carbon will require 1 mole of oxygen to liberate 2 moles of carbon 2 oxide, or we say 2 volumes of carbon will require 1 volume of oxygen to liberate 2 volumes of carbon 2 oxide. So now here, for our stoichiometric relationship to calculate this, then we'll be saying, since we are dealing with only oxygen and carbon 2 oxide based on the question, so we're saying 1 volume of oxygen will liberate 2 volumes of carbon 2 oxide. So now, given 10 dm cube of oxygen, 10 dm cube of oxygen now will liberate x dm cube of carbon 2 oxide, and that's what we are being asked to do, to calculate the volume of carbon 2 oxide that is being liberated. So from here now we can cross multiply indirectly, then we have x to be equal to 10 dm cube of oxygen gas multiplied by 2 volumes of carbon 2 oxide divided by 1 volume of oxygen gas. So here we have x to be equal to, multiplying this, 10 times 2 divided by 1, we have 20, and the unit left we have dm cube of CO. So we have 20 dm cube of carbon 2 oxide, and that will be serving as the final answer. That is to say that when excess carbon reacts with 10 dm cube of oxygen, that is, we now have oxygen as the limiting reactant here since carbon is in excess. So now when excess carbon reacts with 10 dm cube of oxygen, 20 dm cube of carbon 2 oxide will be produced. That's all on that. Do not forget to subscribe and as well click on the notification bell. You can also drop your comments in the comment section below. Thank you very much.